Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Michael. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Today we want to be talking about why college is stupid, why everyone that's actually going to college is stupid. Just kidding. But yeah, that's what's up, right? We want to talk about why you don't really need college in order to become successful. But before we do that, I want to talk about the competition that we got going on, where I will actually give people one or two, actually two of my courses. One is the 2 Millionaire course. The other one is the Insta Glory course. First one is worth $1,000. The other one is worth $300. I want to give it to you guys for free. All you have to do is comment below this video, and in the description you'll find a link where you can join my Facebook notification list. That will allow you to contact me on Facebook, or that I can actually contact you on Facebook and send you the materials if you win. So be sure to do that right now, and let's get straight into the topic. So as I said, today we want to be talking about college, and I want to use one example. I actually want to make up kind of like a scenario kind of thing, okay? So let's just pretend, let's just imagine that I am a college, right? I was doing the stuff that I'm doing right now. I was running my online business like a college runs their business, right? So let's just imagine I would put out a course or a training program that goes over a few years, and it would cost around $50,000 to $100,000, right? Because that's like the average amount that like an average student in the US probably pays for that college education, right? So let's just pretend I would do that. But for that program, for that course, there would be no refund guarantees. There would be no money back guarantee. Even if you don't get any results after this, even if you don't get, if you don't make money with the course, there would be no refunds whatsoever, nothing, no guarantee. So that would be the first thing I would do, right? The second thing I would do is I would put that course together and fill it with complete bullshit information that you don't actually need in real life or in order to succeed in that venture that you're going to start, right? So for example, like it is in college with specific classes and stuff, where they teach you stuff that you don't actually need, and everyone knows it, but it's just being done all the time, but they don't care. So what I would then do is I would hire a bunch of people that teach you the stuff that I promised to teach you in this course. But instead of actually bringing on experts and stuff, I would just hire people who have no idea or who've never actually gathered any real life or real business experience in that field that they are actually teaching in my program, in my course, right? So that's the case with most professors in a university or in college, because most of these guys, not all of them, maybe like 1% of them, they actually gathered some real life experience and now they went to college to actually teach it. But 99.9% of these professors and stuff, they do not have any experience, but they talk about stuff that they've never actually done in real life. And they try to teach you guys that stuff. But we all know just knowledge alone doesn't do anything really. You have to have knowledge, but you have to be able to kind of combine that knowledge. You have to be able to combine the dots in your brain to actually make that knowledge work for you. I can go out there and teach all kinds of stuff, and I see it all the time. People are teaching stuff, especially in online business and stuff, about how to run ads, how to get traffic, how to convert and stuff like this. But people will never actually do it and never actually be successful if you don't teach them how they specifically can do it in a real business kind of scenario, right? It's easy to just go out there and teach people like the basics of marketing or the basics of business administration or something like this. But it should be taught by people who've actually gotten real results in real business scenarios. And that's just not the case in college. And let's imagine on top of that, bringing you on, letting you pay money, letting people teach you have no experience. I would actually make you take tests that would be so hard that you automatically fail them. And then there would be no money back or anything. I would simply let you take that test again, but you have to pay me more money. I would give you a second chance, but you have to pay even more, right? And then I would go even further and would actually build monuments of myself all around the country and all around the world, telling people how great I am, and everyone has to support it. And I would make you guys pay for it, right? Even though you didn't get any results or anything, I would make you pay to build up this stuff, right? Just so people can see me and worship me, right? And after all of this is done, I would actually create this fake narrative by using the media, by using other famous people, that my stuff, my knowledge and my training is the only thing that you need in the real world to succeed in the real world and do it big, right? And that there's no other option out there, that there's no alternative. You have to go through my programs. You have to spend 4 or 5 or 6 years, study my stuff, pay me a bunch of money. There's no guarantees or anything. There's no other way around it. You gotta do it that way, okay? So if I did that shit, everybody out there would call me a fraud, would sue me, would do all kinds of stuff. And the same thing would happen to all of the other people who are trying to do something like this. The funny thing though is that it doesn't happen with college, okay? So don't get me wrong though. I mean, it is true that for some things that you want to do, let's say you want to become a doctor, you want to become a lawyer, or a scientist, or for everything where you actually need a license to do it, like for example, become a doctor, then you have no other choice to actually go to college and go through all of this stuff and get a degree, right? But for 80% of the things that you can do out there, like start your own business and stuff like this, you don't need a college degree, right? I mean, if you got the money and if you want to do it, it's all on you. You can do whatever you want, right? But you don't necessarily need it. The problem though is that the media and society in general actually still wants you to think that this is the only choice. And one problem also is that back in the day, like 50, 40, 30 years ago, it actually was true. Like back then there was no internet, no nothing. So if you didn't have a degree back then, it was way harder to actually do something with your life. It was possible, but you had to get the knowledge somewhere else in order to start a business. But right now, you got all the knowledge that you actually need online, basically. I mean, if you don't take this opportunity, and you can also reach out, you can reach your customers online, you can set up a website, you can do all the things that are needed without any money to start with. You just have to put in the effort and the time that it takes in order to actually build a business, right? So that's the thing that's wrong with the whole narrative that people got, like when it comes to college and stuff. They think they have to do it, but in reality, they don't really have to, okay? And that's also the reason why most of you guys as parents talk about college all the time, want you to go there, want you to get good grades and stuff, because that's all they know, right? Because 30, 40 years ago when they were your age and they went to college and stuff, that was the only real way. I mean, entrepreneurship and building a business back then wasn't the way to do it, right? It wasn't really seen as a good opportunity. It was seen as very risky. I mean, it is kind of risky, but it was seen as something where you have little to like zero chance to actually succeed with, right? So back then, everyone was pushing for college, and everyone actually, and it made sense back then, you know, because it was really something. If you had a college degree back then was worth way more than it is right now, right? So I want you guys to think about this, and I mean, in the end, you guys can do whatever you want. If you think it's cool to go to college, if you really want it, if you actually like it, maybe you can actually go there. And it's also not that bad, to be honest. I mean, college life can be pretty cool and stuff. But if you're really driven, if you want to build your own business and stuff, it's probably not the best way to spend your time because I'm assuming most of you guys out there watching these videos right here, you're actually interested in starting something on your own, because otherwise you probably wouldn't watch them. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe, leave a nice comment if you want to take part in the competition. And yeah, see you guys soon.